Alright, test go. Let's check if there's any sound here. One sec. Great, there is sound and things seem to be working. I have the headphones in because I'm listening to some music and I can't play it live because copyright. Okay, so wait. Okay, so where were we yesterday? Let me check. I was running the game yesterday. It was last week. We have a button mode, and yeah. So basically, I wanted to do the mixer. I gotta change the name because mixer apparently is a copyrighted name for some company. Yeah. So there's a mixer. Well, the idea is that as soon as I click the mixer, I want like to be a window to open within the screen of a small mini game where you yeah, this is what we're gonna create. We're gonna create a small chemistry mini game where you use elements and to create certain amounts of products. I think that's basically it. Yeah, so I want it to be that you're able to. So there are like elements up on the upper strip. Like let's say we have a window right here in the middle. As soon as I hit the mixer mode, we have the upper strip. We have the X button to close the window, and the upper strip will have certain elements you can drag and drop within a heater or a heater mixer. I don't know what to call it, flask. And then you mix them. You make a chemical reaction so that they are mixed together. It's very rudimentary. This is not going to be scientifically accurate. It's the idea of the game is not to teach science in a informative way. It's more to teach science in a figurative. That's not the word. It teach science in a way that makes you. It conveys the feeling of how it would feel like to research, and that's the fun part about the game, supposedly. So we're not going to make any scientifically accurate things. There's going to be a lot of gimmicks, a lot of shortcuts, but that's the idea. So that the game is basically easy to learn, easy to play, fun, and the feeling of discovery is there in the game. That's the idea. So let's start. So I want to remove the bouton and put a button where mixer is, so I can click on it and it will show me a thing. Let me. This is another project. Okay. So let me check to look at the code again. I forgot all these things. So render GUI renders the 3 rectangles. Yeah. So I don't know how about these. I gotta make these. Let me have to do. Make these look better. I don't know. So where's the bouton? So we have initialize button where we decide it's text, it's font, it's X, it's Y. Yeah. Initialize button. So I gotta make a button object and put it into the render GUI. So Actually, I'm gonna make a lot of buttons. Every time I add a button within the GUI, I'll just push one into the memory. So either I use a vector or an array, a fixed array size. Prefer fixed array sizes. So let's make a pointer. Let's make this a pointer. And so button. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. So malloc, and the size is going to be size of button times. Let's say we want to have 100 different buttons initialized, so I don't have to worry about this. So I need to cast this, I think, to void pointer. No. How did I do the mallocs? I think I need to wait. What's the problem? Oh wait, no. This is this has to be button. So the malloc, I need no super from, which I think I'll have to do a void here. Either void this one or that one, or the other way around. I forgot about these. Like, you have to cast multiple times. It's weird. Yeah, I gotta check it out because I'm embarrassing myself here. How did we do this? Look, you do it once and you forget it. Not math. Math, we don't need this one. Main. Oh yeah, okay, so here. Oh, the casting to the void was something else, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically that. Okay, so, you malloc thing. Alright, so, am I streaming? No. So, yeah, I allocate I allocate for this. Now, I need to make a struct of struct, so I need to keep track of buttons whenever I add a button. This way, yeah, so whereas we have button, so let's make a struct called buttons, and it has an array of buttons and an integer called num initialized as 0. So that's the number of buttons. Now here, instead of doing all this, I just do buttons. Now I say b.b equals oh yeah, oh, button, or I could just do this. However, I can just do, I can do this. I don't have to do anything at all. I can just do buttons. Now, as I initialize a button, I don't need to pass it a button, I need to pass it buttons. Let's call them buttons. Now here, all I have to do is just B array dot b of button. Oh wait. Yeah, and rename that. Okay, so here, buttons, apply this. It only apply to these ones. So I want it to be access to be and then buttons, the element of buttons dot yeah dot what, bro? Oh, num. And here dot. So what I'm saying is that access the button, like go into the struct which is buttons to the array of the array of buttons and access the element number buttons.num, like buttons num, and then do all these things. And in the end, what I would do in the end is just go and tell it to buttons num, increment that by 1. So do it that one and then increment by 1. So next time I add a button, it will actually start with pointing on 0. I add button number 0. So next time I add another button, it adds the next button, and so on. So that's it. So buttons. So I have to make this instead. Okay, so I'm accessing the thingamajig. I'm getting the text length and I'm doing the button size. And I'm doing all the things that I need to do. So here, I'll pass it buttons. And when I draw the button, where do I render the button? With the L point in rack. Oh yeah, I need to... I need to put these in render button and put this in part of render GUI. And this one I need to put in check on GUI, like an update GUI function. At some point I'm going to put the buttons in a GUI struct, but that's like going to happen afterwards. So what are we doing? Oh, it looks nice. Okay, so yeah, it's telling me like for some reason I'm not. No, it's actual connection. Good. Yeah. So let me just comment this line out and see if the thing runs at all. Build. Oh shit! What now? Main 107. Oh, okay. I need to fix all of these. Okay, so the thing is, this thing should run on a loop. So I will take all of these and put them on update button. This should update the information of a single button. That's it. So void update button. Actually, I could make update buttons, right? Where it loops over all the buttons and then because that doesn't make any sense to do otherwise. So let's make it update button for now, because this is a singular color thing. Because you gotta store the information somewhere else, and there's also a tinting function. Like I need to make it give it a texture and tint the texture as we draw it. For now, let's stick with this. So let's pass it a button this time called button, and in reference, and say button B, button equals B. No, equals this one? I think so. I keep forgetting, damn it. G.keys.now, what is G? Global, yeah. I need to pass it global. Something's gonna break. Don't know what yet, but something's gonna break. Well, I need to reassign it. I'm pretty sure I need to reassign it. So I'm taking the. I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to reassign it. So. Yeah, so just flip the statement. Okay, so we have an update button function. We can shove it here. Check that window size. Pass it the address of G, and in this case, the address of buttons.b of I, and I'll put this in a for loop. Why don't I just put the for loop inside? Now I'll put it outside so that I could remind myself of this one. For string for int I equals 0 until I is less than buttons.num. You increment I. There you go. Loop all over them and then do that. Now I need to render buttons. In this case, I can make it multiple function. Let me say to do singular function. Wait, I need to make a cave or something. Wait. Void render buttons. Yeah, I'll make it a big one so I don't mistake this. I'll get to you in a second. What do I want to do? What were the extensions? Why is this so wide? So to do. I have a to do highlighter or something. Yeah. God, if there was just, I wonder. All extensions have a very wonky way of how to change their things. To customize the keywords and stuff, command Okay. Extensions. To do highlight, add item. Okay. Now this is a style. Never mind. How do I need to add a keyword? How do I do all these things? I forgot. Include. Open. Where's the default one? Because I don't know how to work with CSS. So, okay. I don't know if I do this, make browser, it would accept it. I use a keyword. Never mind. Fuck. Oh yeah, that's an example. An example to do highlight is enable. You know, give me the whole thing. Does this include the thing? Dude, what is wrong? To do highlight enable. To do highlight keywords when you're open. Okay, does this work now? What if I do Calvary? Yeah, finally. Okay, so it works. Copy paste, man. Solves everything. Okay, so we have a thing. So so we have a render singular button function. So here I need to render buttons. I need to pass it button is b buttons. So here I need to give it buttons dot b. That's it. Oh yeah, dot b dot. Here I have for okay. So now we can just pass it to buttons. Render GUI and then render buttons. Render all the buttons and wait, call events before, dude. Yeah. Build. Interesting. So it's initializing something wrong. So when I'm initializing buttons, I want to create a button at a certain place, right? And how bad does it look? So I'm accessing the button. Now let's step into it. God, I'm not even starting why I am. Okay, so it should be called fixing functions. Okay, so the main dot. Alright. Go to here. See what happens. Alright, so we're stopped at the edit buttons. Let's step into it. Alright, so we have buttons equals B. Buttons dot B 0. The problem's in this one, so let's go into it. Add a breakpoint here. Stop. And then grid one. Alright, so we have this one here now. Let me see what this one is. Because maybe the initialization is wrong. Maybe we're working with a... So what is button.num? Actually, let me go to the address of this. Where is this? How do I go to this anyway? So buttons. Let's go to the memory address. Is it allocating things? Did it allocate stuff for it? Huh. Yeah, I don't know yet. So not sure if it did allocate, but this is what I'm... Okay, so text is button.0, so button.na text is so x is 640, 360. So we got 0. Okay. We got the main.cpp. Put a breakpoint here. Next one. Buttons of 0. The rect is filling. The face is looks like it's working. The text is wrong though. Is the text size correct? 36. The text size calculation is correct, it's just that I don't know if it's a C++ thing or if I'm doing this wrong somehow, because that's so weird things. I'm not sure if this is working, so let me see. Let me take this out. Instead put it here. So buttons dot b equals really? What am I doing when I'm accessing B? That is weird. Probably is a very, very obvious mistake I'm making, but I'm not noticing it. Let me see how that works. What do I do when I enter on this way? So now if I run this, okay. So it's initialized as 0. Now let's init this button. Okay, so here button 0 has nothing, so let's click into it. Okay. No. It's not changing the text, what the hell? What? Oh yeah, okay, so F10. Wait, does this one? Wait a second, so... did I fix it? Okay, so it's changing while I'm doing this for some reason. Well, this should be easy to catch. Pause before I start running. Our buttons are 0. Damn it, why? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. No, that does not make sense. Wait a second. No, F10. Fills it up with shit again. What the hell? Maybe I need to initialize the text with something? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I don't. What the hell? I am stumped. What's buttons.num? So buttons.b of 0. That's it. Now, if I go to the next one, instead of HY, why is it filling up with shit? Why is it filling it up with stupid shit? What is string? What is text? Sorry. So I'm assigning text to button b of button num dot text. At the beginning, like maybe it's a C++ thing, I don't know. It's a strings thing, definitely. I think it's allocating. It's reallocating as we add them. That's the problem. That is the problem. Okay, so should I use just normal cars instead of... Damn. Okay, where do I use init button? I use here, I use to render text. Render text requires a text, man. Well, let me try something. So instead of it requiring a string of text, I'll make it require a car pointer called text. Oh, still, that would require text. Yes, text. So, nah, I don't think it's gonna work. So, string text equals text. In this case, make it car. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a car pointer anyway, but I don't know. This fixes the problem. Ah, as I expected. It's a string allocation problem. Yeah, I think that's it. Because the size of the struct string is not always the same based on how big the thing is. That's stupid. That's stupid. It should have, inside string, it should have a pointer to the array of text and not reallocate the array of text within the... How are you doing this even? I don't know. How is it dealing with memory when that's working? Because for some reason, that's weird. That is weird. Okay. I think that's exactly what it's doing. So it's allocating the size for 100 buttons, but the size of button changes based off string. Well, let me Google this. Does Yep. Wait a second, let me make this more friendlier on the eye. I feel that maybe there's a better way to do it when I resize this. I think if I have to resize, if I need to add an init button and add a new button, I would have to reallocate the string size of that button. Still, it's way too bad. It's way too bad. But for all intents and purposes of our program, it's more than enough. But so we get back to render buttons, render GUI. We have an init button and render buttons. So in this case, I need to make so I need to initialize. Yeah, so I need, this is an init button function that is, yeah, let me move these functions all. We have a lot of functions now before the main loop. Render buttons, update button, render GUI. Like this. Put it at the end of here. Now I need to put global somewhere after here. Needs to be its own thing. Okay. Build. This 100. Oh, it's after F? Shit. Damn it. Okay, so okay, I need to move the global one over here. Okay, so now it should run. Great. Isn't it great? We've been here for around an hour when we've done jack shit. Like all we've done is rearrange some things. Wait, can I do the malloc inside then back again? Gotta check this one out. Well, let me initialize 1,000 buttons. I don't want to even think about this. I mean, how big is this thing gonna be? Come on. This is the 21st century. The RAM can handle it. Yeah, it works. So, init button. I think the better way I do this, the more I focus on doing this correctly, the less I have to worry about it later. This is why I'm spending so much time on this right now. I want to make this as efficiently looking as possible. The functions need to be as intuitive as possible, as simple as possible, as useful as possible, as efficient. So here when I'm initializing the GUI, so here I am initializing and rendering the GUI, which is not very nice. Because right now, like for example here, I'm rendering a text. All I need to do is render the text within a certain. So either I need to put the GUI functions together, like the GUI initialization and rendering together, or I need to separate them. So in this case, they're taking its information from the render function, which is not correct. Should we initialize alone outside of the loop? Let's leave it for now. Now I want to add a size 12 button called expand, and I'll put it. You see, this is why I need to have these things. I need to know. Now let me extract them. Now I need to make a struct called GUI. Do I have a struct called GUI? Nope. I'll add one. GUI. I'll move all these babies inside. No, I can't do that all. I just need to put the SDL rect. Yeah, I know I can't do that. I'll be more thankful if this exists later. You'll see. Void init GUI, and here I need to pass it GUI, and as a pointer. GUI. Wait a second. Oh, damn it. Forgot about that. It needs codex rect. This one should be called tester rect. This one should be called mixer rect. Tester mixer. Okay, so here. No, it does. Okay. It took a long time to register the errors. Yeah, this thing is like the error problem like detection here is quite cool, quite smart, but in order to do it, it needs to be constantly compiling the thing and see if there's compiling errors. So it's a lot of it requires a lot of performance, but it doesn't run it at maximum speed, which is what makes it slow. I mean, it doesn't try to make it as good as possible. Well, let's see. So here, I declare the buttons. I declare GUI. Actually, in the GUI, I should spit out a GUI. Why am I even... Where is in GUI? No, I just... Oh, what is MH? I don't even remember. Okay. window width over. Yeah, I'm dividing them into chunks, I think, to make things easier to work with. But yeah, so this one should make this one should initialize a GUI, and then return GUI, and the function should be of type GUI. So this way it makes it easier. So I can just say equals init GUI. There you go. That's it. I specify the GUI information there. In case I could search for this. Specify GUI. Here. Okay, so now the next function we need to fix is this one. It should take GUI pointer. No, I'm not changing them, am I? Yeah, I just need that GUI. I'm not going to change them. Okay, this thing is gonna be. See, it's running. CPU is not be working fine. Wait, am I? Yeah, I am streaming. Why is this? Ow. I was afraid this thing wasn't working. So yeah, this might be a little bit slow. Technical difficulties. Okay, so render GUI. It will take GUI and fonts. Build. Yeah, and we have an expand function. I want to put the expand function at the expand thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to init the button. At some point, I need to define the buttons. There's a color, yeah. Okay, so where is this thing? Because I rendered a button. Yeah, I specify a color. Now I fill the color here. Wait, what do I initialize the button color as? Oh, an init button? No. Update button, that's where it was, yeah. Okay, so this is where I initialize the button. Well, let me make a Vic 4 for the color. It's much easier that way. 1 second, let me just gonna copy something real quick. Won't be that long. Just need a constructor, just fill it in as a vector and don't have to think about it again. That's all I have to do. Yeah, this is it. I just need this one. And let me go to source S, go way up, and make this thing, and call it color. Now it will have 4 elements: R, G, B, A. They're all floats, and color should initialize them as initialize them as black. Yep. So in this case, I will just pass it, because I don't want to pass it 4 things every time. I'll just make an element called color, and that's it. So in this case, it will take color dot. Yep. Wait. Why is there an E? Yeah, of course. .r. Actually, it's the same things here. Equals RGB, and here all of this is so that I could do color, open this, and give it a value of 0.2, 0.2, 0.21. I don't have to, I just fill it up here. I don't have to initialize, save, and all that stuff. Yeah, I think so here. Great. Now, when I update the color and I update the buttons, now let's say it's so plus equals 20. I don't know if it's highlighted, just everything plus equals 20 for now, which makes sense, I guess. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Why does it need to have to be, it doesn't have to be floats in this case. It just has to be an integer, because we're working in, you know what, leave it float. I forgot about that. We need to render things in terms of a, well, yeah, you can assign a float to that, yeah. So in this case, it's gonna be 50. I was thinking in OpenGL terms. This is why, because OpenGL takes from 0 to 1. 50, and then 255. Now color, initialize things at 0, 0, 0, 255. Good. The alpha value is the transparency value, just keep that in mind. color. Actually, I need to save an original color. And when I initialize it, after I do this, I can make the other way around. Okay. And if I do this, then set the color equals button dot color original. Now in this case here, if it's clicked, just make everything just a little bit darker. Great, this would work. Now build. I must have forgot something, I can't remember. No, actually you're right. Yeah, this thing should be here anyway. Because it's incrementing them every time. What's the problem now? Oh yeah, sorry. Good, now we can put the expand button. Now, finally, we can put now GUI I'll put this in. For now, the location of it, I want it to be simple as it is. GUI dot mixerect dot x. Just put it at the corner of it. I don't know. Dot y. Now build. There it is. Now I need a way to associate buttons with things. So like I need to name buttons something so I know which button I'm talking about. You know. I need to save this somewhere. In this case, I need to put this in the GUI function because the GUI has a mixerect. So I need to make a struct called mixer GUI. And inside of it, there's a lot of reorganization today. There's a lot of reorganization, but this is why we, it's fitting. So this is why we are doing all of this. We're fixing the GUI, we're fixing the functions, we're making things intuitive. So mixer GUI has the rectangle of the mixer rect. Now we can make another rectangle, mixer rect expanded. We also need an integer for the button number of the expand button. Expand button I. And here I put a mixer GUI mixer. Now this will break one of the functions, as to be expected, which is the init GUI. I can just do this. Made it in a way so I don't have to do a lot of work. Okay. So, despite this, this should access this one and this one. And when there is no better way to do it, but for now let's make this thing, because it's very specific. So GUI dot mixer dot expand button I equals buttons dot num, because the number of buttons at this point will make sense. So when I update buttons, so I need an update GUI function, which should include the update buttons. And well, let's put it inside. Yeah. So this. Oh yeah, this thing will break. We're gonna be doing a lot of adjustments in the future. Keep that in mind. This thing isn't even close to done, but there's always a start. So update button takes a pointer to a button. So in this case, I'll give it this, if this will work. Sometimes pointers are weird. Let me say build. I feel stupid. I'll give it the ampersand. Will the ampersand fix this? What now? Good. I'm lost. What do you do now? It's spaghetti. It is spaghetti. It compiles now, yeah. Yeah, but I'm not done. We need to make this. It is spaghetti, my dudes. So update GUI. Knock, knock. No other shop bells. Just if you lose, start to spread. Okay, so I need to update the buttons with them, then I'll need to check. So if I need to pass the GUI, my dude. I need to stop saying my dude, my dude. Now, if buttons dot b of I dot, how was it now? Dot b I dot, what would I no, I is weird, so GUI dot mixer dot expand button dot clicked. If that's true, then I want you to draw the GUI of the other things. Okay. Now if it's clicked, I want you to initialize another thing. So here I want to make a mixer GUI. It has a rect expanded, so I need to go to the init GUI. Direct expanded. Now here, direct expanded will take, if this is 16 pieces, it will take 10 of the width, and if it's 9, it will take 7. It's going to be big. So, and if I'm going to put it in the middle, divided by 2, and the height is going to be I think so. Now let me render it and see what happens. Let's make it halfway transparent, actually. That would be cool. Oh. So, I put it somewhere wrong, so I want it to be half of its... Oh, sorry. The width is going to be 10. The height is going to be 7. In order for it to be in the middle of the screen, the X needs to be... Oh yeah, you're right, you're right. So, it is wrong. In order to put it, in order to put it in the middle, I need to start at 0, add window width over 2, damn it. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Now, these definitely need to be drawn last. So this needs to be outside here. Now, this should only be applicable now we need to put a boolean expanded as equals to false at the beginning, and whenever we click on the button, where do we check for the button? Is update GUI. Now if it's expand, I want you to go to GUI.mixer.expanded, set it to true. For now we're only setting it to true, so we can't unset it. I just now this applies if GUI.mixer.expanded is true. Now if this is true, then render them. So build. At the beginning that we shouldn't have anything. Yep, now hit and expand. Wait a minute, something is wrong. Okay, let me debug this. Maybe I missed something. So let's pause here. Run. But now, what is this? Wait. What is this? That's the problem. I'm setting it after the thing. So in this case, then we go to here, -1, build. Okay, we have another problem then. So debug. And here, this is 0. Is it clicked? False. So it's expanded. Oh yeah, I'm not. I need to pass it by reference. I'm copying the value of GUI whenever I'm putting this inside. I'm not getting the pointer to the value. Like I'm not getting the actual value that wherever that I want to change the address. So I need to pass it the address of this information. Build. Nice. We have it. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Leave it. You see the GUI is not very beautiful because it's all just solid colors for now. But wait, is it being transparent at all? Wait, is it drawing? Oh yeah, it doesn't draw transparent, or does it? 50. Let's see how that looks like. I think it's set to Blender mode or something. Ship it. Call them Jack and Lucy. Just update button, take a pointer. Just forget about it. Just update button, take a pointer. What are you saying? Oh, sorry, I wasn't. I'm not looking at the things. I'm not looking at the comments. There should be a way that just tells you if someone commented on your shit. Yeah, it takes pointers. Yeah. So yeah, what was I gonna do? I want to check if the cast button. I don't know when. Yeah, sorry, I'm not watching a lot of things. So okay. So what did I want to do? I wanted to see. I want to just fix this alpha value thing. So STL render sets alpha mode or something. Something like that. Sets texture alpha mode. What function am I using? Set render draw color. Generate fully transparent texture. Shouldn't it just, if you pass it an alpha, it's weird. Create texture. First you need to set render blend mode. Second you need to set texture to blend mode. Let me try set draw blend mode because the texture, I don't have a texture for now. When I initialize this motherfucker. Nice! It looks stupidly bad, but still nice. You know? So, in its GUI, let's make that. Where did I put the colors? The colors again! Put these colors in GUI struct. A lot of to-dos. So 200. Build. Okay, now let's add a close button. So expand button I, unexpand button I, unexpand button I, and I'll just make this X and make it font 12, sure. Color is the same. Now I wanted to put it in max mixer rect expanded. The X. I put it at the other corner. Yeah, so here, wait. +5. GUI mixer, the width. Oh yeah, plus XX minus 20. And should also only draw this when certain things apply. God, there's gonna be a biatch to work with. Yeah. Yeah, just let me, I want it to look good. Okay, so we have an update GUI. Render GUI and render buttons. If I need to pass GUI. So if I don't know if this is a good way. I do not know if this is a good way to do it. So disclaimers. Why am I saying this? So if GUI dot mixer dot expanded is true, and well, it's the same thing in their languages. Makes more sense in my language. So if I equals GUI dot mixer dot unexpand button, so these are the stuff that is inside the GUI, and the GUI mixer expanded is false, then I want you to continue, which means to skip it. So nice. Oh my god, that's nice. So nice. Okay, so where do I check for the GUI? Update GUI. Now just let me say else if, and no, this is not else if, just if the X button is clicked, then set it to false. Flags. What's flags? Calls. Filled. Now we expand, close, expand, close. That's it. We've made it's working now. Now we have a simple way to expand the mixer. It will appear in the middle of the screen, and to close the mixer. The idea is then to have multiple sprites here for things that you can drag and drop into a central heater / mixer thingy. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. And then hit like run or something, and it will like take a little bit of time to mix something and spit out a product. You take that product and it's stacked to the inventory. Something very similar to other games. It's nothing revolutionary, but the idea is that you mix some things in this game, and then the new thing is that you mix drugs. And I want to give the player as much freedom as possible in what you're going to make. You can mix anything with anything. Might come up as shit, but should be able to mix anything with anything. So by the way, look here, it's exactly at a central line because I made it in proportions to the stuff. Yeah. So okay. So thank you for watching, and yeah. So like this expands it. This one turns it off. So we did the expansion button. We fixed functions. I think we did a lot of good work today. So. Thank you everybody for watching, and